Hello, everyone. Give me a wave if you can hear me, or let me know in the chat if you're able to hear me clearly. Oh, there we go. Good to see you. Actually, I'll ask you a favor. If you could all come off mute and just give a wave, we'd love to see all your smiling, happy faces. Oh, that's really great to see everybody. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. Thank you so much for joining. Excellent. I see my good friend Gabriel is here. I see Manzi. Manzi, good to see you as well. Jane, always happy to see your smiling faces. Is it cold in Cape Town? You're in a sweater. Yeah.
Not Cape Town, it's Joburg, and it is cold.
Glad you're staying warm. It's really good to see all of you people here. Miller, I hope you have your coffee ready. Thank you for getting up very early this morning. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone, to wherever you are. It's really great to have you all here for our PI 22 convening. This is going to be a great convening. We will focus primarily on technical updates, what you guys have been doing in the various work streams. There's lots of really great progress. Looking forward to seeing all the demos, all the progress, but also looking forward to hearing about your vision for some of the work streams and the work that you're doing, and some of the discussions and decisions we need to make as a community on various aspects. So definitely looking forward to your participation. We will kick it off this morning with an update from Paula and from James Bush, the foundation team. So take it away, Paula.
In sense of full disclosure, I wanted to let you all know that the Mojaloop staff is here in London. We're having a concurrent staff meeting with this convening, so hopefully we'll be hearing a lot of feedback from you this week, and we'll be able to take your input and formulate some follow-up plans for the rest of this year. So again, thank you for joining us. I have just a couple of quick slides, and then I'm going to pass the mic over to James. So our objectives for this week, as Simon's already mentioned, our focus this week is technical. Hopefully you'll get updates across the most active work streams that we're participating in. Paul will provide a roadmap review. It's an opportunity for you to meet virtually new community members and new Mojaloop staff. So particularly those people, if this is your first meeting, don't be shy. Please feel free to enter questions or hellos into the chat. We're happy to hear from you. We want to celebrate community contributions at the end of this week. Simeon will take care of that. And we also want to start planning for PI 23. First and foremost, mark your calendars. Our next face-to-face meeting is October 30th through November 3rd in Lusaka, Zambia. So we will be very thrilled to see you all there face-to-face. And then finally, there's new sponsorships that are available for the Lusaka meeting. So if you're interested in supporting our efforts in Zambia, do contact myself or Steve Haley. We'd be happy to talk with you about that. But I wanted to first take a moment to reflect on how much progress we've made in the last 3 years. As I was sharing with the team here today, if you were to look at our org chart when we launched in May of 2020, it would include myself, Megan, and Simeon. So we've obviously grown since that time 3 years ago. And I'm pleased to introduce James Bush as our engineering director, and Sam Kamari as our technical director, 2 new hires that we've recently made, as well as Andy Woodman, my deputy director. I think all the other folks on this chart you probably already know. And then we also have our virtual team back in Massachusetts in the United States, including Peter Houston as our training manager. Megan's here with us in London. Lillian and Jesse manage our Marcom and PR, and Emily, as well as Jordan, who's probably in the background of the Zoom call right now, supporting us. What's also really important to emphasize here is that we can't do this by ourselves. Every blue box that you see on this org chart, Product Council, Design Authority, Change Control Board, Community Council, Marketing Steering Group, these are all member councils. These are all volunteer-led activities that help us drive the product council and the product roadmap, help us steer the community, make design decisions, change control decisions, and steer our marketing activities. So I thank all of you that are active in those groups. If you're interested in knowing more about how you can participate in any of them, any of us can walk you through that and would encourage your engagement. From a governance standpoint, we do have a chairman of the board, we have a board of directors, a secretary, treasurer, and then we have a technical governing board that is in charge of overseeing our technical direction. Later this week, you'll hear a little bit more about our new go-to-market tech team, which will be, we're starting to hire on the continent of Africa and in parts of Asia over the next few months. But yeah, a lot has changed, and we're just really excited to have a great team here, but also a great team in this community that's supporting us across all these functions. I wanted to just talk very briefly about our priorities for this year. As I mentioned, we're here in London brainstorming and planning for the rest of 2023 and beyond. But our focus really remains around 4 particular areas. First and foremost, deployments. It's critical that we advance Mojaloop at the country level. So making sure that we have the right staff in place to help advance go-to-market activities, making sure that we have implementation partners. I know some of you are on the phone today that have participated in our accelerator program. But we also leverage strategic partnerships with a number of organizations that help us in our go-to-market activities. Another important area is product alignment to market. Paul Macon, who's here with us, is focused on product management and the product council to make sure that we are addressing any key gaps in our roadmap. We also want to make sure that the product is ready for deployment, and James is getting more and more involved in that every day to make sure that as countries plan their deployments, that they have the right guidance on how to deploy Mojaloop. We also continue to enhance and improve our training program, and Simeon's spearheading that with the new set of classes that are on the roadmap for the rest of the year. As most of you know, we are a nonprofit. Our funding sources are grant-making institutions and members, so we continue to look for new opportunities to bring other philanthropies into the mix, as well as new members. So myself, Desire, and Steve would be happy to talk to you if you have some suggestions in that area. And then long-term, 2-3 years out, Andy's working with me and the board of directors to ensure that our business model is solid for the long term and sustainable. So those are our top-level strategic goals. I won't go through this next slide in great detail, but there are a lot of things that we do that we have to be operationally efficient and be in just a steady state of delivering content and milestones around the development work streams, the community engagement, the training program, the business directory, marketing awareness, and maintaining our finances. So this is, what I call table stakes for keeping the Mojaloop Foundation thriving and meeting our objectives for the community and for the marketplace at large. So in addition to our strategic objectives, these are things that we need to do well, operationally efficient, and make continuous improvement across all these functions. So with that, I'm going to just wrap. I'm going to thank you all for joining us here today. We feel the momentum in the marketplace is growing significantly. Steve and Simeon and Desire were in Rwanda last week, and we're just really excited about all the positive energy around Mojaloop. Our partners are engaged, so we are and well poised for some new deployments. and we're getting ready to invest more in go-to-market resources to accelerate our collective success. So hopefully our success means success for you and your company as well. So once again, thank you for joining us, and I will turn the mic over to James Bush.